So guys, you can see two codes over here, which we just ran. And you can see on the right side, we have the Verilog code. On the left side, we have our test bench. Now see on the right side, we did an example for the combinational block. We took two variables A and B and an output register called Y. And then we use always at the rate of static block. And we wrote begin. And then there was an end for this, then the end for the module. And inside it, we wrote our, you can say the assignment. That is y is equal to a and b. That is our combinational logic. Now on the left side, if you go, you will see that we made a test bench. We made a module called tester. Same, we initialized the variables. Then we connected the ports a with a, b with b, y with y of the DUT. Now this is the tester and this is a device under test. This a from there to this a over here, whatever is in the a over here will be there as well, b over there as well, y over there as well. That is the job of connecting the ports. Now we started writing our test codes from here. First of all, we just made our truth table like A0011, B0101. We are just verifying the truth table of AND gate using this combinational example. Now we wrote the $monitor command. We are first writing the time, then A in binary, then the value of B in binary, then the value Y in binary. Value of time is coming from $time, the system clock, A from variable A, B from variable B, and Y from the variable Y. Then first of all, we give value of A is equal to 0 and B 0, then A0, B1, A1, B0, A1, B1, and all of these test cases are delayed by a delay of 1 nanosecond. Now see here, at time interval 0, A was 0, B was 0, Y was 0, perfect. At time interval 1, A is 0 and B is 1, and as per this equation, if A is 0 and B is 1, then Y is 0. Then with the time interval 2, similarly, A1, B0, Y0. Now with the time interval 3, if A is 1 and B is 1, as per this test case, then the Y becomes 1 because both are 1. Now we did this combinational block example using the always block. Then we simply commented this block. Here you go. We commented this block and then we use this. Now this is another way of using the combinational statement. If you want to don't want to use the always static sector, then you can write it directly using the assign. You have to write the assign. But if you do this, you don't have to write the assign. Now if you go like this, you don't even have to write the reg as well. You just have to write the output y and it will work. Now click on run. See, you will get the same result. See, same result, y0, 0, 0, only 1 when both are 1. So these are the two ways of using the combinational blocks in the Verilog. Either you use the assign statement or you use this always at the rate of static, begin, end, and inside you write as many commands as much you want. All of these will be processed in parallel. Hello guys, welcome to Learning Microcontrollers. In this lecture, I'm going to tell you about combinational logic in Verilog or combination blocks in Verilog. I will explain this with the demo code and we will select the demo during the presentation. We will take an example and then we will write that Verilog code in the EDA Playground and then we will write a test bench and then we will simulate the results and see what we get. In this way, you will learn by doing. So let's get started. First of all, what is combinational logic? Basic point, its output depends only on present input, like y is equal to a and b. Here, y is directly dependent on a and b. So it's very simple. No memory element, no clock required. The biggest and the most important point is the clock. In the combinational logic or combinational block, you do not need a clock. It's direct assignments. Examples are like add a plus b is equal to c. C is equal to a plus b. Because C is dependent on a and b, no memory required, no clock required, direct assignments. Now, the thing is, since no clock is involved, it is extremely fast. This is called parallel processing. Everything is processed in parallel. Unlike the microcontroller type of programming, which is sequential, where you need a clock to work. Here, you do not need a clock. Everything is done in parallel. So, in ALUs and processor, it is extensively used. It's easier to design and test because no clock is involved. You just give A, B, C values to the inputs and you get the outputs. So to implement this, you need two types of methods in the Verilog. One is the assign assignment and another one is use the always block. I will tell you how. And then we will also do examples on both. So first of all, there is the continuous assignment using a sign. Like you want to make an AND gate, you will write a sign is equal to y is equal to a and b. If a or b changes, then y also changes. Then if you want to do the same with an always block, then you will write it like this, always at the rate of static. In case of sequential, like if you want to involve the clock and you want to do the sequential processing, like one by one all the commands will be executed, like in case of microcontroller, then you have to define the clock inside the brackets instead of the static. You like it like, write it like always at the rate of pause edge clock began, like at every positive edge do the processing, or neg edge, depends upon the requirement. So these are the two methods, either you use the assign statement or the always block. For example, y is equal to a and b, and now if you use the assign statement, then you have to write it like this. You have to write assign first, then y is equal to a and b. But if you don't want to write the assign and you want to do something like you can write all the commands without assign, then you have to use this block, and inside it from begin to end, in between you will write all of your statements. So they will be executed at the same time and you do not need to write assign with all of these. Now an example is an AND gate. We will also do this example right now after the presentation. Input A, B, output Y, initialized, then assign Y, A and B and module. That's all. Now use the test bench to test your results. Now in case you make a multiplexer, then you write y is equal to select question mark b and a. It is just like if select is 0, then take b. If select is 1, take a. This question mark is such. So this is just a single liner statement. So FPGA design is mostly based on combinational logics. Processor control unit extensively use combinational logics. Digital signal processing, embedded system, communication system, all of our embedded system, electronic system, mostly all the devices, one way or the other, is using the combinational logic. So we will be using EDA Playground for simulation, and we make an AND gate using both the assign statement and always at the rate of static as well right now. And then we will make the test bench, etc. So the end is combinational logic is the foundation of digital design. That is true. Understanding Verilog Center helps in FPGA and VLSI development. So let's get to our EDA Playground. So open your browser, whichever you have. Go to Google, write down EDA Playground. Open the EDA Playground. Wait. Log in. Remember that you have to log in with an institute or an organizational email to get access to commercial simulators, else you will only be able to use free simulators. I'm not a robot. Log in. Now see, on the left side we have a window of coding. There you make your test bench. On the right side you will write your design code. So let's make an AND gate. AND gate. Okay, first of all we take a module called AND1, any name you can write, and then I defined the variables: input A, input B, and output Y, bracket close. There you go. Now below that you write assign and y is equal to A and B, simple, and now this is our only code, one line, and this will be executed, constantly being executed parallelly. Now see, if I write 10 of these lines, all of these will be executed at the same time because this is combinational logic. Now the next thing is to write the test bench. To test this, we will make a truth table of the AND gate. Like we will give value of A to all the combinations we can make with A and B, 0 0 1 1 0 1 0 1, just like a truth table. So let's see what happens. So first of all, again we make a module called tester here, then we initialize the variables, like we have reg A, reg B, make it semicolons, we are not using brackets, and wire Y, wire preferably for the outputs because value have to be transferred. Now I took the same name for the variables: A for A, B for B, and wire for Y. So this will be easy to connect the ports. Now we need to connect the port, like whatever the value of A is here will be transferred to there. In that way we will be able to input the values into this assign statement, and whatever the value of B is over here must go there, and whatever the value of Y is here will be there as well. So we connect the port. To connect the ports, you first of all copy the name of the module which you want to connect, and one with the test bench, then write UUT. And because this is our device under test, we call this DUT. Now device under testing. Okay, now on the left side we write our code. We connect a variable to a of our test bench. Perfect. That's why we gave them the same name to make our life easier here, and y to y like this. Now closing bracket, semicolons. That's it. Now ports are connected. Now we can write the test cases: initial, begin, and also since we wrote a begin here, we have to write an end for it. In the end, I may forget it. I'm writing right now. Since there was a module, we have to end the module as well, like this. Now inside it, write your test cases. So I will just be making a truth table. I will assign all the possible combinations to A and B, just like we do in a truth table. So first of all, A is equal to 0, B is equal to 0. At time interval, right now we also define the time scale as well. Time scale 1 nanosecond divided by 1 nanosecond, because I want the time to be displayed on the terminal as it is. This is the unit, and at the denominator is the precision. If I make the precision picosecond, pico and nano have a difference of -3. This is hash -3. This means that the time on the terminal will be 5000 because of this precision. Since it's a test code, we do not need the precision. Our time will be displayed whatever we write in nanosecond. So this is how the code starts. Like first we test this. After that we have to monitor the variable and display the data on the terminal. We use the $monitor command, because $monitor command have to be written only once. If we write the $display command, then with every interval we have to write the $display. $monitor will automatically display the output on the terminal whenever any variable changes. So we write here, first of all, I would like to display the time equal to %0t. If you write it like this, 0t, it means it will display the time as it is. Like if the time was #5, then it will display this as it is. Nothing will be added by itself. So I want that. Then the value of A is equal to %b. I wrote B because I want the data to be displayed in binary. Either it will be 1 or 0. So no need to display in decimal. Then B is equal to %b. Value of B as well in binary. Then the Y also in binary. Y is equal to %b. So in this way, our truth table will be made just like this. And then after that, close inverted commas and write from where the values will be coming. The value of time we will fetch from $time system clock. Value of A will come from A. Value of B will come from variable V, and Y will come from variable Y. That's all. Now we give some delay of 1 nanosecond here. After that, we write our second test case. We do not need to write the $monitor command again. That is the beauty of $monitor. Now it's 0, 0, 1, we make B1, just like we make a truth table. Then we write our next value with a delay. Now 0, 0, 1, and then another delay here. 0, 0, 1, 1. Okay, that's perfect. Now for the B side, 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, now that's how we make a truth table for the AND gate. So 0, 0, 1, 1, B 0, 1, 0, 1. Okay, these will be the test cases. Then we write another delay, and after that we write a command called finish. You can go without finish as well, but finish makes sure that your $monitor abandons the monitoring and the simulation ends right here. We don't want this to be repeated. That is the purpose of this $finish command. It is not linked with $monitor, but it is something which finish the simulation. So that is useful. So now since we have written the code, we go to the left and select the simulator. If you were signed in using a organization or a institute email, then you can go with the commercial simulators. Otherwise, you have to go with GHDL, Verilog or Icarus, these free simulators. So I'm going to use a Cadence. Then I click on save. I will save my work. Now we click on run and see the result. Okay, we got an error with the end. Okay, we got errors. We wrote end here, began here. Okay, there we made the mistake, because since there is no begin, there must be no end. There is supposed to be a module end, because we have a module here. Now we run again. Okay, perfect. Now see, at time interval 0, the value is A0, B0. So as per this equation, value is transferred here because ports are connected. A0 and B0, then A and B, Y is 0, perfect. At time interval 1, A0 and B is 1, A0, B1, Y is equal to 0 as per this equation. That's perfect. At time interval 2, A is 1 and B is 0, 1, 2, then it's 0, Y is 0. Now at time interval 3, A is 1 and B is 1. Then as per this equation, if both are 1, then the output must be 1. This worked perfectly. Now this is one way of using the combinational block using assign. Now we use the other way. We use the always block. We use the always block like always at the rate of steric, then begin. Now you will need the end. Since we have written the begin, for every begin there is an end. Write down end. Now you do not need to write the assign. Remove the assign like this. We also write this over here and comment it. So we remember we did this previously. Y is equal to A and B. Now we comment this one because we have tried this earlier. Now we try this way. Now remember one thing. If you try it directly, there will be an error. It will not work. I click on run. See, there is an error with the Y. Why? Because whenever you use a always block, your output variable must be a reg type. You have to add reg over here, else it will not work. Now click on run. See, now it works. See, now if you write it like this, then you do not need to write the assign and this all will work at the same time. Now see again, 0, 0, 0, 1. Now see, we have like understood how we can use a combinational blocks or write the combinational block in the Verilog. So guys, this is it for this lecture. If you guys have any questions, please do ask. We'll see you in the next lecture. Goodbye until then.